Okay, we are back with what I am fairly confident will be the last episode of Strange Antiquities. It took 3 episodes to get the strange horticulture, so I'm pretty sure that the same will be true of Strange Antiquities. I think we have like 3 or 4 days left. I'm not sure, but last time when I played Strange Horticulture, the last couple of days were very eventful, so they took longer to get through. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, I'm back. I had to get my mother some dinner, and now we are going to figure this out. That looks like a ball of yarn, okay. Alright. It looks like the shape of something. Oh dear. So, whatever it is, it's shaped like that. Gleason Castle. I don't think it's this. Where's this? No. I don't see anything that looks like that. Let's try Undermere. Oh dear. I don't see anything that looks like that there either. Why is it shaped like that? That... Is it... that? Like, okay, yeah, I see. It's like... Okay, it's shaped like the path. And it leads here? Inhaling deeply from the spirit vault to stave off the madness of the depths, I make my way carefully down crumbling passageways past decaying crypts. Placed carefully on top of a tomb is a collection of clay pots. Some lie in pieces, but most are whole. At first the collection seems unremarkable, but one in particular stands out. I take it back to the service to take a closer look. Okay. Alright, where are we gonna put you? I guess you can be right there. Alright, there you go. Marion Lancaster. Someone very dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a nephroquant. Do not be concerned, dear. I have used one before and I know what I am doing. What? You go over here. A nephroquant. Okay. These were once worn by the necromancers of the 5 Knolls, who used them in their ritual of resurrection. Their power became bound to them such that if they were to remove them, even after death, the nephroquant would crumble to dust. Today their power is much diminished, but they can be used to draw out infections. However, they will cause braxis if held against the bare skin for long periods. And that's apparently what braxis is. Necromancer, like... I feel like there's probably just the one thing. That looks like it. Yeah. Item here is a ring attached to your hand, scarred by Braxis. Spiral sign of is a representation of the symbol for rebirth or resurrection. Yeah, I just figured it was probably the dead, wrinkled up hand. Okay. Be here. Nephroquant. That is a weird ass name. Obviously we're gonna go with the spiral. Okay. Cool. Franklin Underhill. Please you pay us a visit. We have some items that we're confident will be of interest to you. Okay. The Twinings, artisans. Okay. Let's see. No, that's not what we're looking for. Nope. Nope. I don't know why I did that. The Twinings. Where's the Twinings? 15. Right here. A man who dropped off his cart introduced himself as owner of the Twinings, an unusual sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. He leads me past wooden chairs and strange iron contraptions to a room unlike the others. This one is filled with small trinkets, ornaments, and jars of various sizes containing ominous-looking liquids and organic materials. I know it might not look like much, but there are some items of value among the junk here, says the man. Take your time and let me know if you find anything interesting. 2 hours later, I have indeed unearthed something very interesting that I am keen to take back to the shop for further investigation. Okay. As I look around, annoyed, I'm leaving Twinings with my haul when a man shouts at me from across the street. As I look around annoyed, I notice to my horror that the man's eyes are as black as coal. He rushes towards me and I stumble backwards, fumbling with the strap of my satchel, trying to grab an item to stop him. Wixic cord. Okay. Despite the name, these simple-looking items do not produce a Wixic field. They belong to the diurnal branch. They cause a freezing effect in the body, earning them the nickname Medusa Stones. Fortunately, this effect is not permanent. A Medusa Stone, huh? Okay. So, is there... of the body, okay. Paralysis. Okay. That looks promising, so we'll look for something with that symbol. I'm not seeing anything. Over here. That looks like it. Okay. Item features many symbols of paralysis. It produces a noctic field from the diurnal branch. Okay. To my relief, the man goes rigid almost immediately and topples forward onto the cobblestones. I turn and run, wanting to put as much distance as possible between myself and that creature. When I finally come to my senses, I realize I should alert Dr. Robertson, but by the time I return to the Twinings, the man is nowhere to be seen. Okay. Wixic cord. Okay, color, shape, icon. The icon of paralysis makes the most sense. Okay. There we go. Edmund Bishop. Something bad is about to happen. The ravens know it. My grandfather once taught me how to use a Cassander to see the paths ahead, but I saw what it did to him and vowed never to touch one again after he died. But the gnawing worry of what is coming has become too much for me. A Cassander, huh? Let's put this away. This goes in here. This goes away. We will look up a Cassander. Let's see. There we go. The eyes of a Cassander focus the power of the mind, enabling those skilled enough to see the path or paths ahead. These items do not produce a mentic field as one might expect, but rather the more mysterious Selenic. Care should always be taken with any object of prophecy. These are no different. Many have been seduced or driven mad by the path shown to them and have been led to ruin. Okay. I don't know that we have a Cassander. Is this what we're looking for? Let's see. It gives off a field, right? Let's see. Mantic field is selenic. Okay. So we will look at symbology. Selenic of the moon. Wait, I need that symbol up here. Oh, that needs to be lower. Like that. Okay, and that's the thing we... That's not it. I got another item. I can't remember. I had to go to town. What was the other little thing we got? It was like a little person? If I remember correctly. You. Is this what we're looking for? Let's check. I'll put you here. And then click down. I don't think so. This? I don't know. We've got to find everything we got recently. This? Yeah? Maybe. Nope. Okay. Well, let's keep looking. And if all else fails, we can always use a hint. That's not it. I don't know. I don't think that's it. Is that it? That does give off a selenic field. What about the symbols? Let's look those up. They might help. Over here. Let's see. Earth, air, what I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to keep guessing things. Is there another clue in here about what it's supposed to look like, or... Eyes of the Cassandra focus the power of the mind. Mentic field. I don't know. Be taken with any object of prophecy. Maybe I'll just use a hint. Eyes might not mean literal eyes. Okay. That's sort of helpful. Let's look at this thing again. It has holes. We often refer to the holes in a needle as the eyes of a needle. That might not be it. We know what that is. It has holes in it? I don't know. Is there... some other clues we could have about... Let's look at the book. Of gemstones, maybe? Amber... Nope. Aquamarine... Stone of water... Iolite... Calming stone of peace... Jade... Malachite, dark green, striated, fourth eye, stone of sight. So it's dark green and striated? Okay. That? Is that what we're looking for? Or is that what we're... They both have dark green striated stones. I don't want to... That gives off selenic. Does this one give off a different aura? Let's check. It does. Okay, that helps. You can go here. Let's try this. It's the right one. Okay. Item features 2 malachite gemstones. Stones of sight or eyes. It produces a selenic field. Alright. Okay. Where did it go? Here you are. Oof. Let's see. You guys are gotta all be put back. This feels like it needs to be down here. Selenic. Is that it? I think that's the selenic one. Let's write the name out. Color. Darker green. Shape. I like that one better. Okay. There. We've identified it. Gilbert Ames. There always seems to be something going on in Undermere. The sooner I can get this sorted and be on my way, the better. My uncle gave me a ring and I have nothing but bad fortune ever since. I'm starting to think it might be cursed. Is there any way to uncurse it? Cursed items, huh? Okay. Let's see. That can be closed for right now. Curses. Curse. Cusic purse. Small topaz gemstone known as the eye, placed in a strong smelling liquid. Cusic Purifier. Okay, that sounds like the right thing to go with. Where would I find a Cossack purifier? What does it look like? Hunter, nope, 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 nope. Lord. Guys, if I can't, oh, that is the Cossack purifier. Yep. There you go. Lavinia Hawthorne. I've been researching ancient customs, particularly those related to thaumaturgy, and I am fascinated by the use of objects in ritual ceremonies. If you're able to get your hands on a grist, I would be very interested in studying it further. Okay. Let's see what that is. Grist. For the ritual of the broken path, the grist is heated slowly over flame to have full effect. It must be held in an ungloved hand until the ritual is complete, no matter how hot it gets. The ritual should not be performed by those who have not studied the Wixic art. It is common to suffer burns, but when done correctly, it should not be painful. Okay. Broken path. Vision Talon. Okay. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Maybe there's something in here. Earth. Fire. Maybe. Or is this guy with all the triangles over here? Let's inspect him. Hard and cool. Stone. It does have fire. What do those other symbols mean? Confusion. Broken path. That makes sense. And that symbol is paralysis. Maybe this is it. We'll give it a shot. Is this what you need? It is! The item has soot on its lower half, which suggests it has been held over flames. It produces a wix. I didn't check either of those things. I looked at the symbols and made a guess. Okay. Grist. Grist. Okay. Red, because, you know, fire. We'll go with that one. And we'll put the fire symbol on it. Okay. You go back over here, little dude. Leopold Morris. There's been a basilisk sighting in the hills across the river from Backbarrow. I wouldn't say I'm a brave man, but I have a duty to protect my livestock and my village. Better me than a younger man with his life ahead of him. I have come to prepare my sword. What does he need? Does he need that thing that makes him courageous? What is it called? Oh, that's a thing. I can't remember the name of it. Shimmer? Is that what it's called? Or Shimmer? place of battle. Okay, let's... Is that right? Okay, no, it's the other one that's shaped sort of like that. Where is it? Okay, let's just look up basilisks, just to be sure. I don't want to screw up. Serene Ward Folium. Blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prior. Oh, hand, okay. Juror huntsmen and those wanting to prove themselves perform this ritual before seeking out the basilisk, as a folium blade is the only known way to pierce its thick armor. Okay. 6 times, huh? Hand, 6 times. Let's inspect. Yeah. Crisscrossed grooves. It chills my blood to hold it. I think this might be it. Let's find out. It's the folium. Grooves on the item suggest that a blade has been drawn across it. Okay, let's write the name. Excuse me. That's not how it's spelled. Okay. I like that. There's the symbol for poison. Okay. You know, because the basilisks are poisonous or whatever. It makes sense in my brain. Okay. They escaped. At first my patients grew agitated when I used the Gaudian siren, but then I had a breakthrough. Vivian Cartwright woke up. She seemed lucid, calm even. I made a stupid mistake and loosened her restraints. I don't know what happened, whether the siren stopped working or if perhaps it had never worked and she tricked me. But almost immediately she changed back and turned violent. Before I knew it, she had managed to free the others. I tried to stop them, but they fought their way out of the hospital. I have no idea where they've gone. Okay. Thanks. Bye. Do we have any clues that I need to look up? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, let's end the day. Now what? Well, that's... Almost imperceptibly, the casket began to absorb the crisp, crepuscular power that had leached into the stone and the earth of its lightless tomb. Okay. I'm gonna have... Alright, this looks like something we're going to find in the catacombs. Uh-huh, that definitely does. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So we are looking for something. Yeah, here. No. Where's this? That... Do we need to use the clock again? Right. Okay. Is that it? It looks like it's... Yeah. That one has a hole in it, but these don't. And I point over here. Yes, they do. The air is stifling in the darkness, and the claustrophobia of the tunnels almost overwhelms me, but I press on. I remind myself that there are few who venture down here, which means the chances of an interesting find are higher. It doesn't take long for my search to bear fruit. Okay. Hi there, dude. Okay, that's an amulet. Let's pet the kitty. The Witherance was a terrible idea. I've only gone and made things worse. I wish Eli was back. He'd know what to do. Some years ago now, a friend brought an item to me, a black casket, and I learned that it was a dark article. I should have brought it to Eli right then and there, but I knew he would want to destroy it. I'm a collector of things. It seemed too important to allow it to be destroyed, but I see how naive that was now. This casket is far more dangerous than anything I've come across before. And I hear they are looking for it with their black eyes. And now I hear they are looking for it with their black eyes. Either I need to keep them out of the museum or bring the casket here to Strange Antiquities and hide it in one of the secret places. Okay. So, let's see. We gotta look these up. Lunima? Damn. Lunima. Where I'm apparently incapable of here. A Lunima, also called a moon pool or heart of tranquility, harness the power of the elements to create an aura of unease. They can be used to keep people away from places they are not welcome. Here it says that a Lunima should not be used when the moon is full. It's not okay. Then we'll look up the Dread Vivant. Let's see. It's the only way to handle some of the more dangerous artifacts that can siphon power away from oneself for a time. Power rising off a Dread Vivant is subtle, but noticeable. Yeah. That sounds better. It's the only way to handle some of the more that's the other thing doesn't really sound terribly powerful. This one makes it very clear that it's the only thing you can use if your artifact is dangerous. So let's see. Dread Vivant. I think this is it. There's definitely something unusual about this item. I can't quite put my finger on it, though. I can't tell if that low hum is coming from the item or my own imagination. Feels unusual. Not hot exactly, but energetic somehow. This part is painted black. Let's see. Life and death. Yeah, see, it looks like it's got a skull, but it's also got a flower. I think this is the one we want. Concept of balance is reflected in the design, the skull, death, and the flower life. Closer inspection reveals the power the item exudes. Yeah. The other thing, it doesn't sound very important. Like, it doesn't sound very big, right? If that makes sense. This artifact, it sounds very powerful, and I don't think you should just use some little thing to deal with it, you know? Okay. Icon. Can we put more than one icon? We'll do death. Okay. You can go here. David Schaefer. There's an uneasy quiet in the town today. There aren't many people out and about. I'm heading straight home as soon as I'm done with my deliveries. Okay. I have recently come into possession of a number of texts on the subject of arcane artifacts. You are welcome to them if they are of any use to you. I don't hear from you. I will donate them to the library across the street. So wherever this place is, it's across the street from the library. Okay. Here. You can go here. Let's see. Undermere. Where's the library? 26. So it's across the street from 26. Here? Several of the scrolls are promising, but they are written in the Draidic script, and my understanding is too rudimentary to make use of them. If Verona was around, I'm sure she could translate them, but she isn't, and I can't. What's this say? Okay, so we need something to translate them? No, stop it. That was dumb. Draidic script. Okay, let's see. Draidic pit sleep vessel. 6 points of they help people stay awake. Oh no, we don't want that. What's the other one? A pit. Make up. I don't want that. What do I use? Let's see. Languages. Mind. Let's see. Translation. Oh, right. Babelia. Okay. Let's go up here and get our Babelia. This bad boy. The effect of the Babelia makes my head spin, and I close my eyes tight for a moment, and my mind catches up. The pages swirl and blur in front of me, letters and words floating in and out of focus. After a time, I find that I can read them, though it takes some effort, and I feel drained as I reach the end. Okay, we got some books. Alright. And I misspelled Babelia. I just noticed. There should be 2 L's here. There. Alright, let's see who's next. With all that's been happening in Undermere, I picked the worst week possible to lose my Briggic charm. I hope that you have one that I can replace it with. Okay, we'll see what we can do, ma'am. Binding Seed, Bloodbeck, Bones Guard, Briggic. Powerful item that offers hope in times of worry, protection in times of darkness, and wisdom in times of uncertainty. It wields the power of the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone, the Wicked Triple Goddess. Oh, that one's easy. If you're familiar with, like, mythology, you know what that looks like. There we go. Oh, the Triple Goddess. Okay. Okay, let's see. Charm. Icon. Where are you at? There you are. That's what we want. I'm sorry I did not intend to be away for so long. I trust the shop has not been too much trouble to look after in my absence. I've learned a lot from my time in Oxford. Good for you. Let's see. There's a powerful dark article here in Undermere called the Nalian Casket. And now you're telling me that my foolish half-wit of a brother had it in the museum this whole time? I know how to destroy it, but it's not going to be easy. Whatever happens, it must not be opened. We will need to create a pillar of Carlaris. From what I gather, such a feat has not been attempted in over 500 years. I just hope there's enough time to prepare. I'm afraid I can't stay, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay, thanks. That's super helpful. Pillar of Calaris is a powerful blast of energy that can consume the darkness. In my opinion, it is the safest way to destroy the powerful dark articles. It can only be produced at a place of significant thaumic convergence. Strength and weakness, light and darkness, align the opposing powers and opposing compass points. With Corkin's light, the strong will be made weak and the dark will be made light. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do, and I'm afraid that I might be in charge of stopping the apocalypse. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off. I have had my energy drained by some disturbing evil power. For days now I have felt tired and frail, and then today I found something that horrified me. Beneath my bed I discovered a carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted upon it. I don't know who has done this to me, but all I want for now is to lift this feeling of weakness. Okay, let's look at the curses. Black Heart. Carries necrosis of the... what? Burning Blood. No, I didn't think that's the way it went. A poison of the mind. Those suffering of increasingly torments paralysis. Okay. Let's look down here. Look for weakness. Nope. Curses. Purifier. Small. No, I don't think that's what we need. Let's go back. Torment's Bane, Lamb's Siphon. Nope. Well, she said it's a curse of weakness. This guy is all about strength. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Okay. There you go, dude. I would like a blood beck. The nameless ones are restless. I'm ready to hear their voices. Okay. Is that a bad thing? Let's see. It was once thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead, but it is now widely believed that such a thing is not possible. It's not known where the strange voices that emanate from bloodleg originate, but there are some who believe that they are the voices of nameless gods. Let's see. Smooth. I hear low chanting. Yeah, I remember. That guy. Is that it? We're kind of running out of objects here, so... So there's the connection to death. Close inspection reveals the whispers within. There you go. Alright. There we go. Nope. Is that right? Is that the right way to spell it? I don't know. Okay. No, I spelled it sort of wrong. Okay, whatever. Okay, Thaddeus White. I went to move the casket, but it's gone. What do we do? I heard Eli's back in town, but he hasn't come to see me, and if he's not here, then I don't know where to find him. Oh god, what do we do? Way to go. Nicely done there, dumbass. It festered and pulsated until it could no longer be contained. Some part of it reached out from the darkness, creating eyes so that it might find itself, and hands so that it might open itself. The casket wanted to be opened. That sounds gross. Okay. Okay. It's books shaped like something? I lie below books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. It looks like one of the rooms in the castle. Okay, let's put this back. There we go. Okay, so you lie below the library right here. And that? As I open the door, I am hit by the musty smell of damp. This room hasn't been entered for some time. The corner of the room is piled high with scrolls of parchment and old books, but underneath the debris I find something of interest. Okay. Your wood? We can put you right there. Okay. Yeah. The museum was ransacked last night. I went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. The good news is they didn't find what they were looking for. I moved the casket myself and hid it here in one of Strange Antiquities' vaults. It's safe for now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I've left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. Okay. Okay. The lake has turned black. As omens go, I'd say that's probably quite a bad one, but the mail won't deliver itself. I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleeston Castle. I expect it will mean more to you. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. Feels all too prescient as we hurtle towards winter and a terrible and noble fate. Okay. Got it. So I know what to do. First and foremost, we need to find the symbol for fear, which would be here. Truth, fortune, fear. It's that right there. So the note says, it's that weird triangle that looks like it's from the Blair Witch. Fear in autumn. Okay. So we gotta find the Blair Witch symbol and put it in autumn. Where you at? I can't find you. Right there. Fear in autumn. Rising in winter. I searched the room at the foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash of papers. To my dismay, they are largely the scrawlings of a madman, but in amongst the nonsense there is some valuable information. Okay. Here you are. I have discovered the missing piece of the puzzle. There's an ancient shrine to the nameless god at the skull of Glencathra. Seems humanity tried worshipping them once long Go, before we realize how little they care for us. We must take the casket there. Whatever happens, we must not allow it to be opened. It's time to end this. Now, bring the casket to the pit. Okay. Okay, how do I find the casket? I don't... Where's the casket? Okay. No. The pit itself is an ominous sight that the otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter. It has a unnatural look to it. This is the site of thalamic convergence. It is no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up opposing powers at opposing compass points. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. And finally, we need the light of Corcoran to bind them. Okay. I don't... Okay. Okay. What are... Okay, what's the light of Corcoran? That's not what I'm wanting to look at. Okay, let's see. Nope, wrong. Nope. Light of Corcoran. Despite appearances, these Noctic items have no connection to the League of the Ambitious Heart. They are objects of considerable power. They can turn darkness to light and fear to joy. I don't know what that is. Okay. So it looks like it has something to do with the snake thing. Is this it? Okay. What does the note say? Where's the note? No. That goes here. Strength and weakness, light and darkness. Okay. Strength and weakness. Let's see. Strength, Fortinance. We're looking for Fortinance. Where are you at? You go here. Witherance is the opposite of it. I forgot what that looks like. Where is it? Where are you? Witherance, there we go. And then light and dark. We know that the sun thing, sun bond, that gives off light. A tenebrable cloak, I remember that. Okay, Eli inspects my work. His face shows little emotion, but he seems satisfied by now. The sun has finished setting, and only a hint of red afterglow remains in the darkening sky. The ravens croak his mournful cry once more. The raven croaks his mournful cry once again, but this time there is a reply, then another. I look up and see several dark shapes circling above. Quickly now, they're here. I spin around to follow Eli's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look out across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. We can't see their faces at this distance in the low light, but I'd be willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for eyes. In the sky above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their caws and cries get louder and louder. I look down at the black object in my hands, such a small thing. And yet its seductive power is impossible to ignore. It wants to be opened. Suddenly, it feels inevitable. The casket, now! But I'm not sure I want to give it to him. Where's the casket? An alien casket. I want to give him the casket. I don't want to be a crazy person. I don't want to be in a cult. What does the casket look like? I don't have a thing for it. What does the alien casket look like? What? I don't know what it looks like. Is that it? I don't know. Alright, so obviously we need to find the secret hiding spot, and that generally involves these. But I don't have a piece of paper that tells me which ones I'm supposed to use. That's not what I'm looking for. What am I supposed to do? Let's see. I don't have any clues. Like, does have clues, right? There's an X right here. That wasn't there before. We need the Babelia, which is where? Here? Okay. Let's see if there are any other X's here. I need to move a little slower. Are they all going to be in the same corner? Okay, come on. I don't see any X's. Was I wrong? Oh, there's another one. Orford's Spire. That's, this guy. Okay. Any other X's around here? Okay. I love rat. I don't see, unless I missed one. That would be the pits. Okay. Plus we already used that guy. Dominic Needle. Where you at, Dominic Needle? Up here. No, get over here. Alright. We need... Wait, is that the... No, we need... Let's try again. I think it's... No. No. It's the opposite of that. Right there. Okay, that's not great. We need this one. And that one. But what about the other one? It's spinning around like a weirdo. What's going on? I don't... Is this one? Okay, now what? This is weird. Okay. I don't... What am I supposed to... I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. What poem am I supposed to... I don't know. This one? I no idea what I'm supposed to do here. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. Nalian cask. Let's look up Nalian. Maybe there's a clue there. Nameless gods. I don't know. Hint. Yeah, I know. I know what I'm supposed to do. I just want to... Nope. Yeah, I did that. Uh-huh. Don't really... Shadow anchor? A witch's finger? What is that? Here. There we go. I don't know. Okay, that's right. Now we're getting the casket. Okay, this is crazy. What am I supposed to do now? I've entered the heart of the shop. I am part of Strange Antiquities now. I flow with thaumic energy of 1,000 years. I am at peace. I am enveloped in its warm embrace. Okay. Continue. Where's the... Okay. I don't understand. That was a crazy ending. But what about the casket? I don't understand. Okay. Can we try this again? Day 18. Okay. Okay. Yep. I don't understand. All right. Leave. I don't want that ending. Let's find a different ending. Okay, back to text. Okay, gotta do that. So we've got this, and then Fortinance and Witherance. Okay. And this guy. Okay. Okay, we got that part. So how do we get the casket? I don't understand. Where do I find the casket? Okay, so apparently there's a poem here. A candle that gives off no light. Okay. Let's go. Up. Over. Down. Candle that goes off no light. Carrick's candle. Okay. That one's pretty easy. Go there. So we're trying to get the ending where we give him the casket. Anchor that has never touched the ocean. Looking for the word anchor. Shadow anchor. Let's find you. Okay. Shadow anchor. Here, let's move over. No, there we go. A finger not made of flesh. Something with finger in the name. Witch's finger. Witch's fingers are said to be severed ditches of the witch of they're capable. A high green church, home of the witch. Okay, I don't. Do we have to go there? I don't have it listed. I don't. It's not checked off. Do I have to go to the church? I don't. Capable of inflicting intense pain. Its goal is supposedly purification. Okay. That's a... Okay. There's a witch's mark, isn't there? Yeah, there's a witch sign. Do we have... We have something with that on it, right here. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. Alright. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So we need 7, 9, and 2. Okay, we got it. Give it. Here we go. Ditch it. The casket, now! The wave of intoxication washes over me, but I hold strong against it. I hand over the casket, and together we begin activating the items arranged around the pit, working as fast as we can. It still takes longer than we'd like, and when I look up again, the thaumaturge has fear in his eyes. We're too late. The mob is upon us. One of them grabs Eli and tries to wrestle the casket from his hands. I rush across to help him, but it's no use. They're all around us. The man tears the casket free and it clatters to the floor, skittering towards the edge of the pit before coming to rest on the precipice. A gray-haired woman stoops to pick it up, and I am surprised to find that I recognize her. It's Verona Green, the occult scholar. The mob cheers, but Verona turns towards me, and I am no longer afraid. Her eyes are rimmed with darkness, but they are not black. Back from the dead. She winks at me and throws the casket into the pit. At the same moment, Eli activates the light of Corkin. Time stands still, and then there is a rush and a roar as the swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. The casket is sent soaring up into the night sky, where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air until, with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces. Then there is nothing but smoke and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. It has been a few weeks since the casket was destroyed, but I am still riding high on the elation and relief. From that night, everything seemed to come together right when it needed to, and somehow we avoided a terrible catastrophe. Those who were under the casket's spell were released almost immediately. They remember nothing from their ordeal, but there seems to be no lingering ill effects, and Dr. Robertson says they have all made a full recovery. It's rare for Eli to express much emotion, but even he congratulated me on my strength and resolve in the face of such darkness. He too felt the allure of the casket and was worried that it would overwhelm me. He told me with a hint of pride that I would make a fine thaumaturge. Okay. So we've gotten the heart of the shop ending, and we got that ending. Okay, let's see. Eli is alive and proud of your abilities as a thaumaturge, and Verona is alive. She found the strength to resist the casket. Rebecca Rose is alive. She's able to paint again and is enjoying the quiet life. Alive, he's glad. Barton is glad that everything had turned out well, even if you did ignore his plan. Alive, he stayed at the Castle of Gleeston and weathered the storm. Francesca Robertson is alive. She's glad that her patients recovered, but saddened by the one she could not save. Bonnie Robertson is missing. She fled after trying and failing to murder Barton Potter and has not been seen since. Audrey Bell, deceased, murdered by her own bloodthirsty followers when the casket was not opened. Jack Hungerford, insane. He never recovered after falling deeper into the trance. His mind is forever broken. Thaddeus, alive. He's ashamed of the part he played. Simone Green, alive, ready for a new challenge. And Jupiter has been rescued and fully recovered from his catnapping ordeal. Okay. Well, that's the end of the game. I think we're good in terms of endings. I'm not really interested in trying for the other ending. I think we're good. And we can call it a night. I wanted the good ending. I didn't mean to get the weird ending. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good night.